Hello students, welcome to the practical session of database management system. In today's session, we are going to execute queries using aggregate functions and group by clause. In MySQL, aggregate functions are those functions that take multiple values as an input and produce a single value as an output. They are used to aggregate multiple values into a single values. That's why they are called as aggregate function. So in today's session, we are going to execute queries by using count function. These are the aggregate functions: count, then sum, mean, max, and average, that is AVG. So these are the aggregate functions in MySQL. Count function is used to count the number of rows with some condition. Sum function is used to perform summation of input values. Mean function is used to find out minimum values from the set of input values. Max function is used to find out maximum value from the set of input values. And average function is used to find out the average of input values. Okay, so today we are going to execute queries by using all these aggregate functions. Now here I have one user defined database, that is company. So first we'll open that database for use company. Okay, database is now ready for the execution. In that database I have one employee table. So first check what are the contents of that employee table. Select star from employee. Okay, see at the output section you can see all the rows from employee table. In this employee table we have stored data for 10 employees, and it consists of employee ID attribute, EMP name attribute, department attribute, salary, and city attribute. Okay, so by using these 5 attributes we have stored data for 10 employees. Okay, and these 10 employees belong to different departments like production, marketing, HR, account, and finance. Okay, and they also belong to different cities. So now let's execute our aggregate function. So first I want to count number of employees in a company. So I can simply write select count, in bracket write down any attribute name, that is employee ID, from employee. I want to count number of employees in a table. So I have simply written query select count employee ID from employee. See at the output you can verify your query effect. There are 10 employees. Count of employee ID is 10. So instead of this count employee ID you can simply write count star. Okay, it will also count all the employees, that is 10. So this is how count function is used to count number of rows in your table. Here this count function can be used with the where clause. Now I want to count number of employees from the table that work in finance department, for example, where department equals to finance. Okay, I want to count number of employees in finance department. So I can simply write select count EID from employee where department equals to finance. Then it will give me the count of employees working in finance department. Now in finance department we have single employee, so our output is 1. Similarly, if you want to display number of employees in HR department, then just replace that finance with HR, that is select count employee ID from employee where department equals to HR. If you select this and execute this, then see your output is 2. That is, there are 2 employees who work in HR department. So this is how count can be used to count, either used to count all the employees in your table, or it can be used to count number of employees in individual department. Okay, here if you want to count employees in more than two department, or sorry, in more than one department, then you can use in keyword. We have already studied in and between keyword, so let's see how to use in keyword. So my query is select count employee ID from employee where department in. Now I want to count number of employees in HR department and production department. Okay, so here it will check the department value with HR and production, and then it will give you data for number of employees in both the departments. See, now the number of employees in both the departments are 5. So this is how you can give where clause, you can use where clause and in keyword with count aggregate function. Now we have another function, that is mean. Mean function is used to find out the minimum value from the given input set. Okay, so in our table we have one salary attribute, which is a what we can say, it is an integer type of attribute. So we can simply write select mean salary from employee. Okay, here we want to select minimum value of salary attribute from employee table. If you execute this, see, output is 15,000, means 15,000 is the minimum value of salary from the employee table. Now I want to select minimum value of salary from employee table but from HR department. Okay, then I can simply write select minimum salary from employee where department equals to HR. Okay, means it will give you the minimum value of salary from HR department. Now in HR department the minimum value of salary is 40,000. Okay, similarly you can find out the minimum value of salary from marketing department. Then just write where department equals to marketing, execute this query. Now in marketing department minimum salary is 30,000. Okay, so this is how you can find out the minimum value of any attribute from the entire table, or you can find out the minimum value of any attribute by giving any condition. Now let's find out maximum salary from the table. Okay, by using function max. Select max salary from employee. Okay, so maximum salary in employee table is 45,000. In this query also you can specify where clause. Now I want to find out maximum salary from department account. Okay, so here I have written select maximum salary from employee where department equals to account. See, at the output you can see 35,000. So 35,000 is the maximum salary in employee table from department account. Okay, so this is the use of mean and max function. They can be used directly on a employee table or any table, or you can execute this function on any attribute by giving some condition also. Okay, now we have another aggregate function, that is sum. Sum function is used to calculate summation of all the input values. So now I want to display summation of all the salaries from employee. Okay, summation of all salary values from the employee. So when you execute this query, at the output you will get the summation of all salary values from the employee table. Now I want to find out the summation of salary values for department production, where department equal to production. Okay, see, in production department the summation of values is 90,000. Okay, so here you can use this summation of salary from employee. Now I want to find out the summation of all salaries for department HR. Okay, So here you can either write select some salary from employee where department equal to HR, or you can write where department like HR. Okay, we have already studied like keyword, where department like HR. Okay, see, it will give you the summation of salary for department HR. Now your output is 85,000. Okay, so when you want to check some condition by using some equality condition, then you can either use equal to sign, that is where department equals to production, or you can use like keyword where department like HR. Okay, so this is how you can use condition clause, that is where clause with the aggregate function. So this is your sum function. Now let's take average of all the salaries from the table. So I can simply write select average salary from employee. Okay, so it will give you the average value of all the salaries. See, this is the average value of all salaries, summation of all salaries divided by 10. So this will be the average. Now I want to find out the average salary from department account. Okay, where department equals to account. So it will give me the average salary for account department only. At the output you can see 25,000. So this is the average salary for department account. Okay, so this is how we have executed count function, which is used to count number of employees from the table or number of rows from the table, or it can be used to find out the count of employees from any given department. Okay, by using where clause you can specify the condition. Then we have mean function, which is used to find out the minimum value of attribute from the table. You can find out minimum value from the entire table, or you can specify condition by using where clause. Then maximum function is there, which is used to find out maximum value of attribute. Sum function is used to calculate sum of input value. Then average function is used to find out average of input value. Okay, so this is how you can execute aggregate function on table by giving condition or without any condition. Okay, now let's see how to execute query by using group by clause. Okay, so group by clause, as name suggests, it is used to group multiple values together to reduce the number of rows in your output. Okay, means it collects multiple values, and then on the basis of some similarity on those multiple rows, it will group that values into one group, and then it will output that value. So this is how group by clause works. Now at the output section you can see our table. In the table we have stored data for 10 employees. Some of these employees are belonging to same city and some of them are from different cities. Okay, so now I want to display number of employees in each city by using group by clause. Okay, so I want output like this: city name and then number of employees. So my query will be select city. I want this attribute to display select city, and then to calculate number of employees we have count function. Okay, so select city, then count of employee ID from employee. Okay, and then group it by city. Okay, because I want to count number of employees in each city. Okay, means I want to group data city wise. So I have simply written query like this: select city, count employee ID from employee, and group all these by city. So group by city. Now execute this query. See, at the output you can see city and count ID of each of the cities. So in Mumbai there are 3 employees. 2 employees are there from Pune, 2 employees are there from Nasik. From Bangalore there is a single employee, and from Delhi there are 2 employees. Okay, so this is how group by clause works. In this group by clause you can give condition also. Okay, so I want to count number of employees from Mumbai and Pune city only, so I can simply give condition like this: select city, count ID from employee group by city having. See here in group by clause, if you want to specify condition, then you cannot use where clause. You need to use having clause. Having city in, we want to find out number of employees in only Mumbai and Pune. So I have written having city in Mumbai, Pune. Now execute this. At the output you can see only two cities, Mumbai and Pune, and number of employees in each of the city. So this is how group by clause works. Okay. So again I am reading this query. My query is select city. I want to display city. Count ID, that is I want to display number of employees in each city from employee table, and I am grouping all those output rows by city. Okay, and here I have given condition by using having clause. I want to display number of employees only, number of employees in two cities only, that is Mumbai and Pune. So I have written having city in Mumbai, Pune. Okay, so this is how group by clause works. Group by clause mostly work with the aggregate function. We have already studied aggregate function: count, mean, max, sum and average. Okay, and if you want to specify condition in group by clause, then we cannot use where clause, we need to use having clause. Okay, now let's see another example. I want to display number of employees in each department. Okay, so I can simply write select department comma count employee ID from employee. Now we want to display data with the group of department, so we have to write group by department. Okay, select this query and execute it. See, at the output you can verify the effect of query. Here your output is department name and number of employees in each department. In production department there are 3 employees, in marketing there are 2 employees, 2 employees are there in HR department, in account department there are 2 employees, and 1 employee is there in finance department. So this is how you can group your data by using group by clause. Okay, now let's see another example. Select department. Okay, now I want to find out minimum values of salary in each of the department. So I have written select department, then mean salary. Use mean function, which is used to find out minimum value from the input values from employee, and group it by department. Okay, so this is the simple query. See, at the output you can verify the result. Here department names are given and value, minimum value of salary from each of the department is given. Okay, so this is how this group by clause works. Similarly, if you want to find out the average salaries or average of salaries from each department, then you can replace that mean function with average function. Select department, average salary from employee group by department. Okay, see, then it will give you the average value of salaries for each of the department. Okay, so this is how group by clause works. And here let's see another query. Select, now I want to select department, then sum of all the salaries from employee. Okay, I want to select sum of all salaries for the employees and group it by department. Okay, having department in or department in, I want to display salaries for only production department. Okay, so write down having department in production comma HR. Okay, so here it will give you the value for these two department only. See, at the output you can see data for only two departments, production and sum of salary for production department, HR department, and sum of salary for HR department. Okay, so today we have studied aggregate functions, that is count, mean, max, sum, and average, and then how to use this aggregate function along with group by clause. Okay, so now let's take another example for the same. Now I have another table or database, that is college. So use college. In this college department, I have one student table. Select star from student. Okay, one student table is created under this college department. Now at the output section you can see the data for student table. Here I have stored data for 10 students. These 10 students are from different branch. Some of them are belonging to same branch and they are from different cities. Okay, so here I want to select city and number of students from each city. So I can simply write select city and count roll number from student. Okay, student, and group it by city. See, at the output you can see city name and number of students in each of the cities. In Mumbai there are 4 students, 2 students are from Nasik, from Pune there are 2 students and 2 students are from Bangalore. Okay, so let's take another example. Select, now we have branch also, branch and count of roll number from student group by branch. Okay, so here we want to display number of students from each branch. See, here at the output you can verify the same. Branch names are given and number of students from each of the branches are given. Okay, so this is how group by clause works. Now we have percentage attribute also. Okay, see, this is your table. We have percentage attribute also. Now I want to display average percentage for each of the branch. So I can simply write select branch average of percentage from student. Okay, and I want to display data branch wise, so I can simply write group by branch. See, here at the output you can verify branch names are given and average percentage are given. Okay, now here at the average percentage you can see percentage is having data type float, so it is written 75.3333, 74.0000. so after precision point 4 digits are given. Okay, so I want to truncate those 4 digits to 2. So in last session we have studied different string function. In those string functions, one format function is there. Format function is used to format number in a given format. Okay, in a specified format. So here I have written select branch and format that average, that value, truncate decimal digits to 2. Okay, so select this, execute. See, at the output you can verify the result. Now your number of digit after decimal places are truncated to 2 only. Okay, I have written select branch format in bracket average percentage and truncate number of digits after decimal point to 2. Okay, so this is how group by clause works. The condition for group by clause is that group by clause mostly used with the aggregate function, and if you want to specify condition in group by clause, then you need to use having keyword or having clause, where clause cannot be used with the group by clause. Okay, so this is all for the today's session. Now your homework is that you execute all these aggregate function and also execute group by clause along with the aggregate functions. Okay, thank you.